things could all go horribly wrong at any minute.
And the rubber chicken says, oh, boy, when I signed up to work with you, I didn't expect to be doing all this traveling. I just may go on strike. But I don't know if I can because I'm just a rubber chicken. Well, you can strike if you want to. I mean, I understand that, but not today because we got to get on with the Rantcast 69 entitled Fuck the Cold. I'm done with it, okay? Seriously done with it. Son of a bitch. And there's still more of this fucking February going on, isn't there? And then it'll be March. And is it going to get warmer? We don't know. We have no idea. We have no clue. There could be another bomb cyclone or a cyclone bomb or whatever the fuck they want to call it. And stop naming snowstorms after fucking... Don't give them names, okay? Bullshit. Hurricanes get names. It's a snowstorm, asshole. And how much does it have to be before it gets a name? What? Huh? Where are those rules? And how come nobody told us about them? And how come it just happens? What's this one, the last one called Kevin or Keith or Karma? What is it? Karma. Pretty good, eh? Well, fuck it. Unbelievable. I was lucky I wasn't in New York. I don't know what I would have lost my goddamn grip. As it was, it's just been, here it is, it's frosty. And then today, I've been lucky enough that it's going to be like in the 60s, and I'm moving to an undisclosed location, and I'm not going to tell you where it is, okay? Because otherwise the rubber chicken might try to escape. So I can't be talking. I've just got to keep it. I can't allow him to have any sense of where we are. All right? Shut the fuck up, okie doke. So what I'm going to do now is when what the fuck kind of English is that? When we were in Salina and just began getting in the first rants, there were three in particular that I wanted to read and didn't work into the mix, and I thought I'd add them in today, and we'll start with those, and then we'll roll into the rants that we have from Williamsport. But these they kind of work on their own fashion. I think you'll see why. This is from Maura. Hi Lou, love you, but love your mom more. I can understand that. I'm a teacher and I'm so fucking sick of people who aren't teachers thinking they know how to do our jobs. Fuck banning books in Texas. Fuck Glenn Youngkin and his tattletale hotline in Virginia. Fuck the Indiana legislature for suggesting that parents make up the majority on a committee to decide school curriculum. I'm tired. Teachers are fucking tired. Did you know we are in a pandemic too? I'm constantly playing a game of Frogger, avoiding co-workers and teachers who have the virus. I wear a mask 8+ hours a day while speaking to kids all day. And other people can't wear it for 20 minutes at the grocery store? Spare me. I spit into a tube multiple times a week getting tested just so I don't have a panic attack that the tickle in my throat is possibly COVID. And I don't have to call in sick. Not that we have substitute teachers these days anyway. I am tired. Teachers are tired. Wow, that was good, Maura. And there'll be more, I'm sure. There's critical race theory. That's kind of what Glenn Youngkin was talking about. It's the tattletale hotline, for those of you who don't know. The Virginians, for those who were discussing racism in their classrooms, that at times the country was racist. That and if that occurs, that the good people of Virginia should call in, Russia. All right. Well, I don't blame you, Maura. And boy, I get that tickle in the throat. I get them multiple times. I'm rapid testing my rapid test. I'm rabid testing my rapid test. Thank you for that. Here's one that just really, I think needed to be put together. This is from Jack Englum. Thank you for the public service you provide, giving people an outlet to vent their frustrations in a healthy way. I would like to do my own little public service here. Many of us remember the horrific riot of clowns at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, 2021. It was fucking appalling to see what those middle-aged, grievance-stricken motherfucking assholes did because they didn't have enough intelligence to realize their dear cult leader was fucking lying to them. He lost. He lost and can't accept it. It's that simple. Anyway, I remember how upset some of the intelligentsia were to see a Confederate battle flag being waved around the halls of the Capitol. I was too. But there's something that should make people more upset. Did you know there's a statue of Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederacy, sitting in the Capitol? Because he was elected by the people of Mississippi to the Senate before the war. What the actual fuck? He's right there in Statuary Hall, staring across the room at Rosa Parks, a modest stroll outside the doors of the House of Representatives. It gets better. The Vice President of the Confederacy, Alexander H. Stevens, is a few steps away. Really? Fucking really? Did we the people put these up to make the losers of the Civil War feel better? Assuage, I love saying that, their hurt feelings? Fuck that. It really pisses me off. What other place in the world lets the losers celebrate in the home of the winners? Fuck. Are we celebrating the losers now? The U.S. Capitol is a beautiful building. Walk through that dome, and it's hard not to feel something. Even if you're as charred and cynical as me. But personally, I feel like the space is trashed up with statue after statue of many fucknuts no one cares about anymore. Marquette, armed with his crucifix and rosary, celebrated as the discoverer of the Mississippi River. Anyone share that with all the Native Americans who've been using the river, I don't know, forever? What the fuck is Thomas Edison doing there? He's got his own fucking museum, I'm sure. Martin Luther King, he didn't even earn a full-body statue. He's a bust next to a T-Rex size Eisenhower. This is all fuck bullshit. Who cares about this anyway? I don't or shouldn't. Who does care? I guess it's the same kind of ego-bruised assholes who support the Capitol rioters in the House and Senate. I thought I heard someone say, we deserve the leaders we get. Now, if that's the case, we are truly fucked and don't deserve to live with the aspirations set forth in the Declaration of Independence, Constitution, and Bill of Rights. I worry for my children and our future. There's a virus loose in this country, and I'm not talking about fucking COVID. Thank you for listening. And that catches you up with what's going on. Now, for those who never get to visit the Capitol, this will be the last new rant I read. And I'm sure many of you wished you'd written this. It's an open letter to 5 of my 16 cousins. You know who you are. I've just had it. Had it with the lot of you mouth-breathing, internet research-doing smug cousins who think your 30 minutes on the internet lets you speak confidently about things the best scientists in the world still find unanswerable and daunting. Shut the fuck up! I agree that we need to be more self-reliant, and we should try to figure out things for ourselves. But those things are like whether I can swap Splenda for sugar in a cookie recipe, not how spike proteins replicate in the human body, for fuck's sake. Face it, Ralph. Until March 2020, if you heard the word protein, you immediately thought, I'm kind of hungry for a cheese stick. Stop talking about the fucking spike proteins. You sound stupid. And Kevin, you might not have a formal education, but you've done a killer job with that farm. And I respect your practical knowledge of how plants grow. This does not make you a virologist, however. And hearing you talk about ivermectin makes me want to strangle you. Imagine we were all out in the field looking at your soybeans, and I said, hey, Kev, you know that nitrogen fertilizer you've been using? Instead, you really ought to try vomit. Oh, that's exactly how stupid you sound to me. Karen, Jesus may forget your sins, but I still remember when you paid other kids to write your college paper. So just shut the fuck up already. I'm mostly glad you lived through COVID. But it wasn't because your congregation prayed hard enough. It was because a doctor gave you expensive monoclonal antibodies. Be sure and thank Jesus for the doctors that did that. I almost didn't include you on the list, Caroline, because you're really just a second cousin. Because you're a little weak and gullible. You're also not even 50 and look like your mother's twin. Please just get vaccinated. For the love of God, drop a dime for a good haircut. Finally, to Mike, if the New York Times, that commie paper, wanted to do another tired story on America's forgotten man, you'd be emailing selfies stat, wouldn't you? I'm actually in awe that you built a whole brand about being a victim of anything, from foreign car manufacturers to school teachers to black guys who became president. But I need a favor now. Get the jab, or give us a short, much-needed break from your constant mewling about not having the life you had dreamed. I promise. As soon as we get through this, you can go right back to blaming the coastal elites for the time your sport boat got repossessed. Deal? Wow, that was just terrific, huh? Those were quite nice. I really enjoyed reading those. And once again, thank you for sending them in. And I hope that helped clear out some chakras. Yeah, yes, but that isn't really what this is about. I'm not. Certainly don't consider myself to be a healer, but who knows? Could be, after I reach the mid 70s, that could be the next thing. Come see Lewis for a quick chakra healing. We're just going to clear that one of the two of those chakras out. Come back next week. So we're going to roll into today an extraordinary. First, we're coming to Des Moines. I'm going to repeat this. Get on February 10th. We're coming to Madison on February 11th, and February 12th we're going to be in Minneapolis. I'm just reiterating this. I'm sure there's still tickets. Please get them. If not, that's really, you can still watch the live feeds that'll be going out and be able to catch it here on, if you can't catch it there, you can be able to hear it on the Rantcast. And you may be able to hear your own, because if you live in those areas, get me what it is that is pissing you off, either about where you're living or about what's going on, and I will do my best to read wherever I am about what comes from that area, because that's really what this show's about. It's an audience-driven show. It's written for the audience, by the audience, and I'm always pleased to be, as I did just now, read these. It's just really, it's too much fun. It's too much fun, and the writing gets mewling. She used the word mewling, huh? Wow, it's special. So today we're going into Williamsport, Pennsylvania, where I believe I'm not sure the blizzard hit last week, but boy, oh boy, it is where the Little League World Series takes place. But really we stumbled on there, and I've mentioned it before, is the Clothier, a great men's store. I mean, great, really well priced, not fucking around. A wide variety of clothing. Francis, who runs it, is literally brilliant in terms of his love for clothes and his joy of selling them, and not in a pushy kind of a way. Just I got this, and how excited he gets. It's well worth your time. If you live in 2 hours, seriously, in a 2-hour circle from there, and you need to get yourself a suit or a sport coat or some shirts or a sweater, some shoes, get down there. And I'm not kidding. And I should probably be doing an ad for them, okay? And that's what I am doing. And that's what makes going to Williamsport one of the great joys that the great discovery when John Bowman walked in there and called me and said, "Get your ass down here." And I stay in touch with them and continue to get to get to see them whenever I can. Um, and that's where we're headed, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. I think you'll enjoy the trip. Um, and thanks for hanging in. The rubber chicken this may be his last show. I'm not. He goes on strike. That's the way it is. I don't know what else he thinks he's going to do, lying around in a box. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun. But I look forward to seeing you again next week, and I hope you enjoy the show as much as I did. I hope that these rants. I think you'll get a kick out of them. I sure hope so. It's always a pleasure. Take care of each other. Let me ask you a question. When you use the bathroom, don't you close the door behind you for privacy? You do, right? Well, that's what it's like browsing the internet with Expressvpn. Internet safety is a real issue these days. I, like almost everyone, use the internet for sensitive matters that I would not want the wrong people gaining access to, whether that be someone reading my emails, banking details, or medical information. Internet service providers know every website you've ever visited. They have the legal right to take this information and sell it off to advertisers and other people that would like to know your browsing habits. ExpressVPN stops this. It creates a secure, encrypted connection between you and the internet so that this information cannot be seen by anyone you don't want to. I've used ExpressVPN for this protection on my devices, and you can put it on anything. A laptop, phone, even routers, so everyone on your Wi-Fi connection is covered. And I was able to do this myself, and I'm not a genius. Going back to my earlier bathroom analogy, ExpressVPN is as easy to use as closing the door. You just turn on the app, click one button, and you are protected. It's perfect for someone like me who travels a lot and often finds himself on a different internet connection where it might not be secure as I want. ExpressVPN was rated the world's #1 rated VPN service by outlets like Mashable and The Verge. Your online activity is your business, so secure it by going to expressvpn.com/black. Do it today. If you use my exclusive link, you can get an extra 3 months free. That's expressvpn.com/black, and you can get an extra 3 months free. expressvpn.com/black. Well, it's a new year, and there is no better time than now to start working on yourself. And there's no better place to start than with your mental health, something I'm very familiar with. And I'd go into that, but we just haven't got the time. So if there is something that interferes with your happiness or prevents you from achieving your goals, then let's talk about one of my sponsors, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an online counseling service that assesses your needs and matches you with a licensed professional therapist. It's not a crisis or self-help line. It's professional counseling that you can get from the convenience and privacy of your own home. With BetterHelp, you log on to the website and you can start communicating with someone in less than 48 hours, which is great because sometimes real-world factors like traveling to a therapist's office, a busy schedule, or geographical location can prevent you from getting the help you want. BetterHelp pairs you with a counselor that you can message whenever you'd like, and you will get timely and thoughtful responses. You can also schedule weekly video or phone sessions with a counselor. They have licensed professionals, and they match you with someone that works for you. BetterHelp is committed to you finding that right match, so you can change counselors if you need to in order to find that fit. So whatever your issue might be, family, grief, stress, anxiety, sleep, trauma, anger, relationships, LGBTQ matters, or self-esteem, BetterHelp can help you find someone without the limitations of your geographic location. They are confidential, convenient, and professional. And they offer financial aid, which makes them more affordable than traditional offline counseling. Just go to their website to sign up and check out their daily testimonials. I want you to start living a better life today. And as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/rantcast. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's betterhelp, HELP.com/rantcast. We've all been there. You know that point where your online checking account balance is running low, and all of a sudden you get whacked by the bank with a $33 overdraft fee? I mean, who needs that? Overdraft fees have gotten way out of control. They're nuts. I mean, in 2019, traditional banks took $11 billion in overdraft fees. I'm repeating, $11 billion in overdraft fees. $11 billion. Chime, well, it does things differently. You see, what is Chime? It's an award-winning app and debit card that saved its members more than $10 billion in overdraft fees with its Spot Me fee-free overdraft. You see, if you're an eligible member, you can overdraft up to $200 on debit card purchases and cash withdrawals with absolutely no fees. Now you deserve to have financial peace of mind. Join the millions of Americans already loving Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/Lewis. That's chime.com/Lewis. LEWIS. Banking services provided by and debit card issued by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank, N.A., members FDIC. Spot Me eligibility requirements apply. Overdraft only applies to debit card purchases and cash withdrawals. Limits start at $20 and may be increased up to $200 by Chime. Chime members' overdraft fee savings based on eligible members' use of Spot Me versus the $33 average overdraft fee. Overdraft fee data based on bank rate checking account survey and CRL. June 2020 overdraft fees report. We are coming to you from Williamsport, Pennsylvania at the Community Arts Center Theater there, and it's a pleasure for us to be back here. For those of you who have not been to Williamsport, it is the home of the Little League World Series, and it is also the home of one of my favorite places to shop. And it really is. It's the home. One of the great things when I first came here was to discover a place that if you don't go there, you're crazy if you're a guy, and it's called the Clothier. My friend Francis and his family run a wonderful business there, and it is truly one of the great clothing stores in America. I mean, I'm kind of big on clothes because I have to be conscious of it because I appear on television. So he really is. It's always a pleasure. So I was really thrilled to be able to get back here today, and everything I'm wearing comes from the Clothier today, and I paid for it. It wasn't like, hey, Lewis, I'm going to give you this, wear it on stage, and it won't cost you any money. We don't fuck around. We have a really good relationship. Because I want him to be here the next time. But seriously, it's always good to be back here. The Little League World Series is here. I never made it to the Little League World Series, and I actually, I did something in Little League that I don't believe has been accomplished in a game by very many kids. I used to play shortstop and third base, but due to a game that we were losing like 107-1, back when you could lose games. Back when we didn't give a shit about how we were getting pummeled because the joy was being beaten to death. And they brought me in finally. I was like the 8th pitcher, and I was never pitched much. And I threw two balls in the dirt, and then I fired one over the backstop. It was 25 feet on the fly over the backstop. And the side basically said they would just all pretend that they struck out and the game ended. That's my heroic moment in baseball.
I'm going to go straight to this because I will say that we got a ton of, if I didn't get to yours, it's because you guys, a bunch of you wrote in long form, but you wrote in rants, and that's really terrific, and I really appreciate it. This is, the short ones are coming up. This is Lynn Osha. This is very nice, Lynn. Williamsport, Pennsylvania is a very inert place to live. Culturally bereft unless you like big trucks, hunting and fishing. Shopping sucks. Not true. No, not true. Maybe you should wear men's clothing. Restaurants suck. Life here sucks. Well, I told you, get a cow, you're out of here in 20 minutes. I don't have the name here. Rick Lloyd. Hate being at a show where you're pinned in your seat and can barely move because of the fucking fat ass who sat next to you. Lycoming College's, this is Ari Breen, Lycoming College's cafeteria food is some of the nastiest stuff I've ever eaten. They have a roadkill day where they try to feed us rabbit and turtle soup. I swear to God, I've spent more money off campus than on, and I have to pay $1,500 just for a meal plan. Oh, boy, oh. That's, rabbit, and they don't do that. They probably do, it's just amazing. They'll do anything. Okay, Jonathan Corlitz. What is with Williamsport, having 2 parades for the Little League World Series? There's one at the start, and a second, Williamsport welcomes the world during the final weekend. Hasn't the world been here since the beginning like the rest of us? This is Dale Sittler. Everyone loves the Little League World Series, but for 2 weeks every year, I need to change my commute due to the traffic. Then, God forbid, you want to go to the restaurant while it's going on. I get the added revenue, but it inconveniences me. Then they put statues in the square to celebrate the Little League. Then every 6 months, some drunk asshole steals the bat from the statue. Then, I get it if it's a college kid, but the last time it was a 38-year-old. This is my favorite. This is why I read it. The high school mascot is the Millionaires. Guys. And the reason it's the Millionaires, folks who are watching, is because back in the 1800s, the lumber industry was really big here, and actually, Williamsport apparently had the most millionaires in America, and they lived on this street right out here. And now all of the mansions are 8-unit low-income apartments. The only people making money are the drug dealers. So they actually have a high school, and their fucking mascot is a millionaire. Maybe you should invite Michael Bloomberg to come for homecoming. Who the fuck names a fucking, what kind of a fucking mascot is that? It's a millionaire. Boy, here's the millionaire. What? And you go, why is it somebody who walks around in a top hat at halftime? What the fuck? Really? All right, that's got to be stopped. You got to find an animal or some shit. We're stuck in the middle of nowhere, equidistant from Philly, New York City, and Pittsburgh, about 4 hours from each. At least we get some acts through the Community Arts Center, but it's usually an off Broadway production of Cats. This is the reason, with a 400-pound guy in tights playing Mr. and Mrs. Toffolies. You can't unsee that. Going on, Diana Miller. Donald Trump claims he once punched his music teacher in the face. As a music teacher, I would have to agree with him. The pain of a broken nose or fractured skull would be a welcome distraction from the shit show that is his existence. Once again, I will repeat, as I say every time that I read something like that. I read it because it was a music teacher, which I thought, when you raise a music teacher to violence, holy fuck. And I also read it because, son of a bitch, just send in what it is you like. That's all. Just send it in. I will read it. I never get anything. I get, I like the hat. I think the hat's really great. I'm so tired, says Nate Miller, of not being able to stay in bed when I sleep. I sleepwalk all the time and eat all my damn snacks. I never get to enjoy them. I woke up and apparently had eaten a whole tube of Pringles. I used to do that. I used to do that all the time. My mother was one of the worst cooks in the history of the world. My mother, actually, when you were talking about like combing in the cafeteria there, my mother was the only mother who prepared me to eat industrial cooking. And so I would wake up after everybody gone to sleep, like every 2 or 3 hours, and go whatever the fuck I could get my hands on. Potato chips, cookies, every 2 hours to eat stuff. But it's too bad that you're sleepwalking. Try to wake up and enjoy those Pringles. They're also, if you missed eating Pringles, it's not like you missed anything. They're fucking shit, okay? That's why, God, there's 12 billion types of potato chips out there. There's a whole realm of potato chip. There's literally a potato chip fucking festival occurring around you. Ditch the Pringles. God damn, they come in a goddamn tube. Tennis balls come in a tube. This is Andrew Rowan. I'll be at the Williamsport show. Flying in and out of Williamsport is a fucking bitch. I had to leave town and head to Charleston for Thanksgiving. The only easy way to get there is to have a connecting flight from Williamsport to Philadelphia and then again to Charleston. I really didn't know you guys had an airport. I'm glad now, when I read this, I'm glad I didn't know. The airport itself looks nice, but that's where the ruse starts. The airport is small with only one terminal, so only 2 planes at most fly out of Williamsport a day. And I was the dumbass to choose the afternoon flight instead of the morning flight. And so after I get through TSA, which I won't even begin to fucking talk about, I sit in the terminal and wait for my flight. As I'm sitting at the terminal, I see it's getting closer and closer to the time I'm supposed to board the plane. But there's no plane on the runway. That's odd, I wondered. I look at the announcement board, and lo and behold, the flight has been delayed an hour and a half due to snow conditions. Fuck me. My flight from Philly is in 2 hours. I spend $250 fucking to get another flight to Charleston for a little later in the day so I can meet my family in time. So I wait the extra hour and a half, and ping on the announcement board catches my attention. Flight canceled. Son of a bitch! I have to get to Philly for my flight, so what do? I go to the bus station. Spend another $50 for a 5.5-hour bus ride to Philly. The chair on the bus is worse than the fucking coach seats on an airplane. This will be fun. I can make it to Philly and still catch my flight to Charleston. All will be well, except the bus fucking breaks down 2 hours in. So we have to wait an extra 2 hours for a replacement bus to pick us up. I tried to change my flight to the next day, but the lady on the phone said she couldn't do that for me. Fucking American Airlines. So I shell out another $250 to buy a ticket for a flight the next day. I finally get to Philly and Charleston and spend the rest of my week away from the fucking snow. And after my week in Charleston, I fly back to Philadelphia, only to see snow is falling again. Fuck me sideways. I checked the announcement, and my flight to Williamsport is canceled again. This is the 4th fucking time this has happened. I would say, don't fly out of here. The bus breaking down is spectacular. God. Whew. This is Rick Erdman. I work in a factory. During the overnights and some mornings as the shift draws to an end, I start to feel a sense of anger building inside me. Sure, there are a lot of positive things about mornings. It's the end of my workday, the crisp country air, the beautiful sunrise, and as the weather starts to get warmer, the birds chirping. The thing that chaps my ass is when some of the pricks on the day shift start showing up and giving their 2 cents, especially after a difficult night. A few of these jackasses come in with this superior attitude, as if they're something special, simply because they're on the first shift. Holy fuck. Listen, fucknut, you are not part of management, just a worker bee like the rest of us, so don't even think about giving me any shit, especially after you spent the first part of our shift fixing your screw-ups. I know for a fact that when they have problems, like an engineering issue or a machine breaks down, they simply make a call and someone comes and fixes it for them. You know what happens if we would try to do that? Jack shit! On third shift, we don't have engineers, technical support, or a fully staffed maintenance department to call. If something is wrong, we're pretty much on our own to figure it out. We do the best that we can with what we have. Don't get me wrong, I like my job, and most of the people are really great. It's just a handful of fuckers that act like this, and when they do, it takes everything I have to keep from shoving a 2x4 so up their far that ass that they'd be shitting toothpicks for a week. These are really, you know what I like about this? These are the things I just think are important in terms of people need to get this shit off their chest. And I will tell you, I'm getting so many, more and more as we do this. I've got so much stuff that eventually, if you follow us on YouTube, I'm going to just start doing a bunch of these on the bus, because we got some today too that I'll just start reading stuff, because people have some stuff to get off their chest that's just spectacular. And I really try to keep it. All of this was written by the way by the folks at Williamsport, so I want to thank you for that. Or the folks who came, and the folks who came to the show or live around here. This is Brett Miller. Google Maps, what a fucking joke. I hate Google Maps. I fucking detest Google Maps. I don't drive anymore, but I sit in the car and they put on that Google Maps thing, and I go, don't use Google Maps! We trust technology so goddamn much, too much. We live an hour away from this theater tonight, and while I have not visited this theater, I know how to get to Williamsport. But I let the doubt creep into my mind. After all, I couldn't possibly let my wife think I could actually be lost. So 15 minutes into our trip, I launched the Google Maps app, and suddenly, Google Maps apparently knows a shortcut. I couldn't possibly doubt the all-knowing Google, so now we're getting off the road that I know would get us here, a nice straight road, without peril or fear. The type of road we all dream of, really. But again, I told myself, maybe the phone knows better than me. So now we're on a road that has a single yellow light. This can't be good. And now we're passing Amish buggies. Nope. Now we're in Bumblefuck, Pennsylvania. Light is dwindling, and so too is my hope that we're going to make it. My wife now turns to me and says, maybe we shouldn't trust Google Maps. Well, it's too fucking late now. By some miracle of science, we arrived at our destination. But what the fuck? If I just followed my own knowledge of the roads and area, I could have easily beat the phone and been so much happier. As a millennial, I realized just how screwed we truly are as we place so much faith in these apps to help us, when all they do is just fuck us in the ass. Guess what I'm doing after the show? Not using Google Maps to get home, unless I want to feel hopelessly lost again in the woods. And I leave you with this. This is from Layla Robbins. Hello, Mr. Black. My husband and I are on our way to your show tonight. We're staying at a hotel in Williamsport, and it's our first time away without the kids in damn near 17 years. I remind my 17-year-old daughter this morning that her dad and I are going away, and she freaks the fuck out. I mean, turns into a complete crying asshole. She's fucking 17! The kid should be ecstatic that she has the house to herself. But no, instead she's in my bedroom pitching a total fucking fit that we're leaving and having a nice evening to ourselves. Now I'm totally disgusted with her. Her dad and I do everything with her and her brother and mine. She's put me in a total shit mood. After my own mild freak out on her, she finally tells me which particular bug has decided to make its way up her ass and raise a family there. She yells, through tears, mind you, "You and Dad are gonna have sex, and it's so disgusting." God, I don't really know if I do this, and I don't know if the people who watch it, or the audience that comes, or the people who I feel like I enjoy this at moments more than anybody who's involved. That was, "You and Dad are gonna have sex, and it's so disgusting." Wow, to hear your daughter say it. Wowie, wow, wow. I mean, that's a thought kids have. They don't. Then she says, "I have nightmares about it." Louis, what the fuck? I told her that it was none of her fucking business and asked her how she thinks she got here. Apparently, her dad and I traumatized her when she could hear us through the wall while we were on vacation 2 years ago. And ever since then, she's been the biggest cock blocker I've ever met. Every time she gets a little suspicious that something might happen between her dad and I, she won't let us alone and make sure to interrupt the moment. Frequently! What the hell am I to do? Any advice you have for me would be great. No, thanks for your time. No, thanks for your time. My advice is, she's got a place to live now. You don't have to go home. I read something like this, because every so often I have that moment where I go, "Did I make a mistake not having children?" And then I read this. Because everybody that I work with, my entire staff of people that I work with, every one of them has kids, and they talk about their kids and show pictures of their kids. You know, and I have no children. And I think, oh, how sad. And tonight you've made me feel great. Thank you, Williamsport. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to all of you for listening to my Rantcast. If you have a rant you want to get off your chest, send it in to me at lewisblack.com/live. You can think of it as therapy, or whatever you want to think of it as. Just let it rip. And I want to thank the true stars of our show, the ranters, and the splendid rants they gave us. Louis Black's Rantcast was created and hosted by me, Louis Black. It is produced by James Salkind. Our theme song by Chris Lane. Executive producer, Ben Brewer. Executive producers, Matt Kleinschmidt and Robert Kelly for the Laugh Button Podcast. And most of all, thank you, all of you who ranted so well on this show.